Hey guys, welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are of course talking about The Dragon Prince Season 2. I'm going to be giving a short review. I call it short review, but it's going to be like 10-15 minutes long, as all of my videos end up being. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, first off, right off the bat, this was really short. Really short. I understand why Season 1 was so short. I figured it's probably because they were testing their waters with the first season. But, the second season is the same length. Like, I guess, I'm okay with it. Obviously, they're going to go through, the seasons by chapters, so there's six elements, just like with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender had 4 elements. They had 3 books, more if you count Korra. But when it comes to, of course, our story, The Dragon Prince, there is 6 elements. 6 elements of magic, so it just makes sense that there will be 6 seasons, which I am super excited for. Hopefully it doesn't take a year for every. If it does, I'm okay with it, but hopefully we get the next season very soon. And I was just kind of surprised that this season was so short. But with that said, if they're just going to do 6 short seasons and make a really impelling and interesting story, then I'm alright with it. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. And the only reason why I want it longer is because, of course, of how fascinating I find the story. So, first off, I gotta talk about the animation. The animation, I thought was going to, not change dramatically, but I thought it was going to be better. The animation still looks the same, and, you know, I find that when it comes to Netflix, while Look, I'm an anime guy, okay? I love watching Japanese animes and animated TV shows, good animation TV shows, and you can tell when there is cheap animation. And no offense to the guys who make the show, but I really feel like this is really bomb cheap animation. And I've watched some other Netflix shows, like Netflix has started making kids shows from popular movies. Like, they have a Hotel Transylvania show now, and another show on I think it's Home Alone, which was a cute movie. I'm telling you guys, Netflix is not the place to go if you're looking for a great animation. And this show really, unfortunately falls into that category. It looks cheap. It really does. In fact, you know what? I had the exact same problem with the Star Wars Rebel show. Again, I don't even watch the Star Wars Rebel show. I saw the first 3 episodes of that show. I tried to give it a good try, and number 1, I couldn't get over the cheap looking animation, and number 2, that show's too childish for me. In fact, that's why I don't watch I saw like 1 episode of the Hotel Transylvania show, and I couldn't even get through the entire episode. I just turned it off because it's just too kiddish for me. However, I'm sure kids are going to like it, but I really don't like the fact that the animation is so cheap. Because, you know what? Looking back on my own childhood, my own cartoons, the animation maybe isn't like Japanese quality. I mean, my God, we're America. But the animation on TV shows was always impressive to me. So it's really saddening to me knowing that Netflix and streaming service are going to become the norm, and they just push out these terrible animation movies or shows compared to what I was used to back in the day. I mean, not even, here's one that is a little bit more recent that I absolutely love. Phineas and Ferb, and another one is actually Milo Murphy. look at the animation for those shows and look at the animation for the Dragon Prince. You can tell that the one with the Disney one with Phineas and Ferb is so much better quality than the one with the Dragon Prince. And I'm sorry to say it, but I don't like the animation, and I hope that in season 3 they at least improve it. You know, because I don't really think I liked the animation that much. But ignoring the animation, and that's the thing, animation is not the first thing I look at when I look at a show. I always look at the story. Now, when you're talking about a show like Phineas and Ferb, you know, there's something different every episode, but it has a nice, consistent short stories in every episode that you get to enjoy. Same thing with SpongeBob, same thing with Very Odd Parents, you know, shows like that. But when you're talking about shows with impressive big stories, like Danny Phantom, for example, or how about Avatar: The Last Airbender, oh my god, you know I'm going to love him. You know I'm going to love him. And the Dragon Prince is no different because, of course, it comes from the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. By the way, I'm still looking forward to the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. I don't know when that's coming out, but I am interested in it. The Dragon Prince Season 2, you know, I just love the story of it. And that's what actually got me through the bad animation. Eventually, you do get used to the animation. I wish it was better. I wish they improve it in Season 3. I don't think they will. But I just really, really like the story of it, you know? This story of betrayal against magical creatures and the dragon egg being somehow around that elf trying to go kill the king, and unfortunately the king is dead. And then finding that out in Season 2 was just heart-wrenching. When both Ezra and I can't remember the other kid, the prince, now the new king. Well, when they found out that their father was dead, that was heart-wrenching to me. I absolutely just loved the story. And them trying to get the egg back to its homeland in Season 1 was just great. Their adventures, the characters themselves, the characters are fun, interesting, and I really like in Season 2, my favorite characters in Season 2 would probably be the One Knight, and again, I don't know why, but I can't seem to get these names down for some reason. But the one guy with his sister is the witch. Those two characters, I'll show you pictures of who I mean, and I'll put names on them because I can't figure out their names for some reason. It's going above my head. But anyway, these two characters in Season 2 was just incredible. Their little storylines was just incredible, and she using all of her dark magic to help her brother was really interesting. A really soft story. She obviously has a big soft spot for her goofy her goofy brother. Are they twins? Are they twins? I don't know which one's older than the other. I'm assuming older. I'm assuming the guy's older, but I don't know. Are they twins? I'm not sure. But anyway, I loved that part of the story. And then, of course, you have the little dragon. Okay, so the egg hatching at the end of Season 1, I was not expecting. I thought we wouldn't get that until at the end of, like, Season 2, Season 3, something like that. It hatched in Season 1, the Season 1 finale, and I just loved it. I love the design of it. Again, wish there was better animation. That's like my only big beef with this entire series, and I'm sorry for that. Eventually I do get used to it, but like the first time you watch it, it can be jarring. And considering I haven't seen it in a couple months, and then just went back to watch Season 2, it was just jarring again, and I'm sure if it's exactly the same in Season 3, that it will be jarring to me when I see it in Season 3 as well. The animation, I do eventually get used to it, but it's just jarring looking to me for some reason. But let's move on. The whole story with, of course, trying to get our little guy back to his mother, and then this reveal of other dragons was really, really cool. And then you have, of course, Ezra, I think his name is, trying to basically, I guess Ezra might be my favorite character in the entire show, simply just because of his powers, of his story. You know, here, he's not even a prince. He was adopted by the king. Apparently his father and the king were friends, and he's just trying to find his place in the world. Ended up saving a little dragon egg, going on this huge adventure, and is now trying to use magical powers. And I really liked that storyline where he's in his head after using dark magic for the first time and trying to figure out if what he did was actually the right thing to do. You know, can he do dark magic? Should he do dark magic? And of course, it's called dark magic for a reason. You shouldn't play with dark magic, death magic, black magic, whatever you want to call it. It's black magic. You don't mess with that kind of stuff. And I really liked the turmoil that he had in those scenes. It was fun. It was interesting to me. And of course, the baby dragon learning how to fly and saving the day at the end of Season 2 and the season finale. That was just fun. It's a fun story, a really fun adventure, and it reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender a whole lot. Like, it has these really childish moments. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a kid's show, but the story that Avatar: The Last Airbender was able to give us, actually able to respect kids, and respect the audience to a point where an adult can watch it and appreciate it. Still, it's a kid's show. You're gonna find fart jokes and childish, stupid jokes in a kid's show like that. And same thing with this, but the story, the characters, they're just so good. And honestly, I laughed at some of the jokes. You know, I don't mind it. Normally, I don't like really stupid kid stuff, but when you have a show that does have stupid kid stuff, but then has a enormous important lesson like Avatar: The Last Airbender does, then as an adult I can get through that, and as a kid I used to watch that stuff all the time, so it's not like I can really complain. But man, I really did like the season. I'd say 9 out of 10 stars. The only reason why it's not getting 10 stars is because the animation sucked. You know what? People are trying to say it looks like Avatar: The Last Airbender. No. Avatar: The Last Airbender looked incredible. And if you compare Avatar: The Last Airbender's animation to the animation of the show, it just looks so much better. I don't know what else to say. The animation doesn't get me all the time. But that's my problem. That's my problem. You guys probably won't even care. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys think of Season 2 of The Dragon Prince? I absolutely loved it. Animation needs work. But the story, the characters, they're just so great. They are just so great. And that's why I love the show. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye.